All right, I think we're ready to get going in the run. We're gonna pass it over to the streamers. Good luck with your run.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am Hornlitz, and if you'd like to introduce yourself, my commentator.
I'm Amberwell's Archie. I will be doing commentary. I've mostly done testing and labbing. I've tried to dabble in RT a little bit, but I'm short on time. But I'm here to back up some of the commentary.
And yeah, in case you have no idea what this is Celeste Strawberry Jam, a mod that came out relatively recently, and it is very fun, and I will be running through the beginner lobby. So if I could get the file name, because there was a file name incentive.
Yep, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up here. The final file name. Drum roll, please. The final file name is Catbus.
All right, then. That's a great name. All right. And with that, we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, first things first, we got to get prologue out of the way. It's just a bit of water and breakable blocks. No matter what category you're running, regardless of what lobby you're playing, you're going to be starting right here in the prologue. So it's just a little bit of an intermission before we get started. To be clear on the structure of this run, if you're unfamiliar with SJ, first of all, where have you been? But second of all, it's going to be a bunch of small levels that are kind of in individual instances, and they're all connected in one big non-linear lobby. And you can play them in any order, so we're going to have to go throughout the optimal way to play each level, along with the path to each level.
Right, and that is prologue done. So, yeah, as you can see there are 5 lobbies. This will be the beginner lobby. So right off the bat, we're going to be starting with heading to the first level, which will be Loopy Lagoon, which is a fan favorite from what I've heard. So if you ever wanted to play a Celeste level based on Serial, well, here it is.
This level is all about these little bouncy Fruit Loops. It's a very cute and very simple gimmick, but that's what beginner is all about. And it's got a surprising amount of depth to it too. If you dash into the side of them, you get a small little boost, and if you grab onto the side of them, it just propels you upwards, or if you stand on top of them.
So yeah, no, I should also bring up that this is the beginner lobby run, but as I understand, the incentive was met earlier to make this an all cats run, or at least all cats for the beginner lobby.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's some Easter egg cats that we're going to be going out of the way to get.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with the run, like the normal route that speedrunners take in beginner, it's going to differ quite a bit immediately after this level. I'm going to have to go and get my first cat.
Sounds good. Do we have some time for donations here?
Yeah, this is a good time for sure.
All right. We have $128 donated from that Jade. No comment. We also have $7.27 donated by Cactus. They say, when you see it, it being the strawberry jam block. We also have $7.27 from Chuckles, who says, I don't understand the significance of this number, but I'm suckered for a good dono train. And with that, we are very, very close to actually reaching our donation incentive for the red Grandmaster maps for the SJ task, which is very exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to show that off. A lot of work has gone into that. Beyond that, we're getting close to the end of our first level here, and with that comes our first cat, as I understand it.
Yes, so this is actually a cat that I'm assuming a fair number of people probably don't know about because it's really well hidden. You'll see where it is. not super used to movement for this part, but yes, you can climb up this this bamboo stalk here. And waiting up here is our first cat.
I had no idea this was here. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that was, I think, the last one that I found.
I keep thinking,
Alright.
oh yeah, we can go into Collapsing Skyline now. This level's got a handful of demos. It's just kind of like a pick and choose how bad you want to make this level, honestly.
Yeah, so this level is kind of not super like intuitive for speedrunning, but that kind of makes it a little interesting for me. And yeah, again, there are those demos that you'll be seeing coming up in the next room here.
I just want to make a quick suggestion for chat that every single time we see a cat get pet, we can post cat emojis into the chat if you have them. Or you can just say cat as well.
Right. There are 2 of the demos.
Oh, you nailed them. Very nice.
We'll wait there. Okay. And here will be the third and last demo I go for.
Yeah, and that was some pause buffering there to wind it up. That's just from the setup there, it's just you walk off and it's a 1-frame window, so you just pause buffer to get that frame. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of just resetting there.
Hey, I'm back again. Guess what? We just met the incentive for the Red Grandmaster added to the SJ task.
Oh, well, alright, that's
awesome.
That was quick.
Congrats, everyone. With that, we do have 2 donations quick here. We have a $17 donation from Revo that says, "There go my 17 Oz." Ah! And we also have a $12 donation from Comet who says, "Hi." Thank you, Comet.
Thank you, Comet. Alright, so this is a dashless level. It's got a few interesting skips going on. A lot of them are pretty blatantly intended, but it's a pretty tricky level, to be fair, too. If you miss one of these skips, it can be a huge time loss.
Yeah, here's the first one, and this is really precise. Nope, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, that is sub-pixel precise, and yeah, it's insane. You have to do like 2 jumps off of the wall in order to be able to get like just past that one so you can wall jump off of it. It's a really precise trick.
Yeah, I hate that trick so much. I didn't even know you were going for the pause version of that, or that version of it at all, because there's an alternate version that loses like 10 seconds or so, but it's way easier than that.
Anyways, oh, I almost got a sub 1. That would have been insane.
Yeah, wasn't it
Okay.
pretty nice.
Yeah, but I did the second skip kind of nonchalantly. I got it first try, but yeah, you can skip like the second half of the level.
Yeah.
But anyways, now is probably everybody's favorite time. It's crab time.
Crab time.
Now, I need to be very careful here that I don't throw this guy into the water, because
Can we get some crabs in chat?
Definitely need some crabs in chat right now.
I need to, just for safety, yeah, I don't know if I can recover that, so yeah, this is gonna take a bit. I'm not super used to going for this, because
this is uncharted territory right now. This is not something you worry about ladding.
Yeah. So yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, there is a crab secret in this, and it has a very wonderful gift for us that you might be able to guess what it is at this point. Yeah, we're going this way.
Honestly, this is basically the White Rose quest in Hollow Knight, if you think about it.
True. Oh, no, this way.
I'm told if it falls into water, you can dash to pick it up. I had no clue about that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
I
apparently.
thought I tried.
Yep, that is true. If you dash into it while holding grab, you'll be able to pick it right back up.
All right, that's a crab. That's a crab fact.
Well, let's
That's for free,
let's test
too.
this.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
Well, let's try it again. That's actually really helpful.
Yeah. I mean, Twitch chat can be useful sometimes, apparently. Who knew?
All right. So here's the crab secret, and of course, there's our second cat. All right, now I'm just gonna warp back to this one and continue on with the normal route. There's probably a faster route, but
We just got a donation in from Marlon. They donated $30, and they say crab time.
Thank you, Marlon. Alright, so Switch Tube, this is the first red level of beginner. They're in different tiers, green, yellow, and red. That's difficulty tiers. And this one is a pretty long and unforgiving level. It's got a lot of interesting setups going on. For example, there's a skip in that previous screen where we set up a corner jump. It's way easier than it looks. It's still a little bit finicky, but with some practice, it's 100% consistent. Beyond that, these tubes have kind of weird behavior. They're kind of like dream blocks, but not really, and you can like single jump or double jump out of them similar to a dream block.
All right, and we're having a lot of things met right now. We just met the ultimate trial incentive for SteamWorld 2 Dig, where we're going to be doing a really difficult end-of-game dungeon right before the final boss. So congrats on that. Additionally, if you're just joining us now, we actually have a matching incentive going on. If you donate right now, up to $1,500 is going to be matched, which means every dollar you donate is actually worth $2. So make sure you get your donations in soon.
yeah. So this level is it's kind of like, I think it's supposed to be like based on kind of Mega Man or something.
Yeah. There's some Wario Land vibes too, for sure, with like the sub areas and stuff.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure it's all of the above though. It's just, you know, general 8-bit aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a very fun level.
One kind of frustrating thing about it is these area transitions between sub areas. They completely blocking the screen. And that's like a second or so where you're playing in the dark, basically. There's kind of consistent buffers and setups for some of the sections, but some of them, it's just really unfortunate. You kind of got to just feel it out.
There's also just a lot of fun stuff like written in the background of these levels, or this level in particular.
Yeah, one department SJ definitely killed it in is all the secrets and love and care that went into a lot of the levels. Like, for example, you know, there's the cats in the overworld, and it's like you get rewarded for just like poking around. You might find silly little memes or just like entire like mini meta puzzles. There's some crazy stuff going on.
All right, and with that, we are basically done with the level.
Again, this is one of the longest levels in beginner for sure. One kind of nice thing about the speedrun, and what I like a lot about collab speedrunning in general, is it's just kind of like a sampling of levels. Like if there's a level in like any percent that you don't like or something, then it's probably going to be like 3-4 minutes long or something, and like you just got to play it until you like it. But in this, levels are generally, you know, around a minute, bite-sized, and pretty easy to just, you know, put up with and digest if you don't like something. And with so many, even if you don't want to do full game, just like picking an IL is really fun and rewarding. And this level has a pretty crazy gimmick going on. Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to talk about it?
Sure, I can give it a try. So in a couple rooms here, we're going to be introduced to a time stop mechanic, or well, we would be, except I'm actually going to do a bit of a weird glitch there to kind of reset on the same frame and like respawn past the door. That skips like 4 rooms. But yeah, this is the time stop mechanic here. Basically it stops time until you use both of your dashes. But I'm going to be abusing things, and I'm going to be smuggling time stops through rooms, which lets me skip these rooms for the most part. Especially this room. This room kind of sucks to do normally, but it's a lot better with the time stop. Smuggling, and then yeah. So with that, we're already like most of the way through the level. Here's the last room, which also happens to be the worst room because it's... I have to get a kind of precise corner boost here to skip most of the room. I didn't get it. Yeah.
This is a very notorious screen for casual players. It's rough.
Yeah, fortunately, well, the thing about this skip is that it saves 30 seconds to do, and like it only takes like it's a 15-second room if you do it with the skip. There we go. And so it ends up, it saves like, it even saves time if you get it like second or third try, so it's always worth it to go for it.
Yeah, it's a very cool level, and I don't know about you, but for me personally, whenever I run this, if you ever take a death earlier in a level when you have like the time stop stored, it can get really awkward because you have to suddenly like know a different solution for the rooms, because all of a sudden your time is moving as normal and you have to like kind of do the rooms as intended. When that happens for me, I just RTM and just try again. Like,
yeah, I was really hoping I wouldn't fail it, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, that's one of the worst possible mistakes you can make for sure in this run.
All right, and here's actually one of my favorite levels, Troposphere.
Yeah, those are the rules.
Is this a good time for donations?
Yeah, this is a pretty good time.
All right, we have a donation from Non-Binary Code who donates $13. Things, stuff. Someone add a terrible joke for me, I'm tired. Here's a haiku. A strawberry jam in the Celeste block tonight, and also trans rights. And we also have Anonymous with the matching donation, who donates $356. Keep the donations coming in. Over $600 has already been matched. And that's a good time to remind you that we are matching someone anonymously is matching all donations made for the next hour in this run. So get your donations in, because every dollar you donate is going to be worth $2 for the next hour.
I just tapped into this stream and a donation count was like $1,000 higher than the last time I looked. So keep it up, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, the donations are insane right now.
And yeah, people are talking about this being pretty reminiscent of Spring Collab level design, which is a collab previous to this. That one was a bit more vanilla in its mechanics, but these SJ levels kind of just throw all sorts of new mechanics at you. But there's a few vanilla levels here and there, and this is definitely one of them. Like, there's, a bit of custom stuff going on here and there, but it's stuff that was in the base game. You wouldn't think anything of it. Like, it just kind of fits in really naturally.
All right, everybody, get your cat emotes ready for the next cat, if I don't die again. Because we are coming up on our third cat.
New cat alert, let's go.
Aw, has like a little tent there. I love that.
That's great.
All right. Any VVVVVV fans in the chat?
Well, I know of at least one in the chat.
Because here we've got potential for anything, a Celeste level based off of VVVVVV or V6 or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so a lot of this level design is taken straight from...
Yeah, ripped directly from.
Yeah, taken straight from V6, so... if you played that game, there's just a lot of references and stuff.
In fact, one of the berries is a reference to like the most infamous screen from V6, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's Veni Vidi Vici. I'm not going to be doing that one.
Yeah. It's a nice touch casually when I saw it, though. I was like, oh, I get this. Beyond that, we get into a little bit of a hub room here. You can do this in any order. We're going to start with this one, which is actually dashless. We want to keep it dashed in here, and we're going to use it for time save later on. You get one dash.
Later on being right here.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
You can get to this screen here, do a death warp to reset the gravity to the correct direction, and then you can just jump over that.
And to the right there with that bubble, there's actually a berry over there, I believe. So you can just kind of it's not really a clip, but it's kind of like a clip, I guess, to get in there.
All right, this is my least favorite room.
This one's rough.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
So yeah, you can just demo dash through those.
And I don't know how you have your controls set up for this, but are your controls inverting whenever you flip, or?
I didn't know that you could do it any other way, actually.
I think you can. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, whenever you're upside down, if you want to wave dash, you got to do upright. Oh, very cool skip there.
Also, berry get. Yeah, that's another fun skip that just skips a lot of that room. Alright, and there is a skip that I could go for here. You can demo through that little gap there, but it is, I think I heard it was 2 frames.
It's also a massive death.
Yeah, it's a very costly death, so yeah, not going for that.
Yeah. And what all did you guys know? We fit in a V6 speedrun in the middle of the SJ speedrun. Very cool. And a good time for donations here too, if we have any.
Yeah, as we're moving throughout the lobby, we do have one donation here from Plex. We have $5 from them and says, sorry, not much, but I thought it would be good to donate some. Thank you for that donation. And I should also mention that we have a short little intermediate milestone that's coming up here for $7,727.27 called When You Donate It. So we can keep that train going for the $7.27 donation train if you want to keep donating for that.
And this level is all about these one-tile gaps, just falling directly through them. And you set those up by using setups on the wall. You just move the traffic blocks around and they line up your position to fall down them. You can technically do it without, but it is very ill-advised.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know what it is for this level for me too, but I just cannot remember how to play it even remotely. No matter how much I love it, I always forget what I'm supposed to be doing in every single screen.
Yeah, this was, especially before I learned the strats for this was like the worst level for me, just because I kept like releasing from the blocks too early. And so I'd get like flung into spikes.
Yeah, and right here you can upright demo over this and skip around and skip quite a bit of the screen. It's quite a long one.
I don't know why I go for that, to be completely honest.
Because it looks cool, you gotta do it.
And yeah, this jump right here is really precise. You gotta like let go at a very specific time. Because it's not a full jump. There. So yeah, that's actually a pretty short level, all things considered. All right, what do we got next? Next, we've got a really long trek to our next level. This is definitely the longest. Well, in the normal speedrun, at least, this is our longest lobby section.
Yeah, and these lobby sections are, they're timed within game time and stuff. They're just as important as the levels themselves. So.
right, we're off to the strawberry orchard.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite levels. I wouldn't know why.
It's got a cute story, and you know, instead of a little Theo crystal, we got a jar of jam to lug around with us.
We've also got this.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, this is the second appearance of this level at Archiethon. This was showed off last year as a bit of a like beta test, I guess, for lack of a better thing to call it. But we had a couple of people blind race this.
I think there's a really fun Easter egg in this room. If you like manage to get the strawberry jam thing like up to this really like obscure place at the top of the screen, I would recommend trying it out for yourself because it's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge for sure. This a lot of spring bounces in here. This level's kind of straightforward and linear. There's a little bit of cuts you can do here and there to save some time, but other than that, it's just kind of take the little jar from point A to point B. And anything to pitch in with here, donation-wise or incentives?
Yeah, just keep in mind we do have some incentives that just opened up. For Little Gator game, we have the Little Gator chess set. If we meet that incentive, Comet will obtain a chessboard as a shield during Little Gator game speedrun. And just a reminder, we also have the Little Gator game Little Gator name incentive opened up where you can name the Little Gator in the Little Gator game. We currently have a lot of names that are popping up, and we have Archie and Gator Walk as the top two donations, and they're only $1 a difference. So if you want a name for the Little Gator in Little Gator game, you can donate now.
And this right here is Paint. This is kind of the show stealer of beginner. This level is very highly regarded and for good reason. The amount of effort that went into this level is like staggering. That aside, everything going on here is basically cassette music mechanics. So everything is effectively on a global cycle tied to the music.
And there are a lot of cats in the background, but unfortunately you cannot pet any of them. So, at least not as far as I'm aware, so.
We need a patch, I think.
To be fair, if we could, we'd never get through this run.
Max % paint.
There are a lot of cats in this level.
Yeah, an interesting thing with this level is you can, in fact, like, obviously you can lab it and figure out strats and stuff, but it is a quite long level and you're probably going to make a mistake at some point. And as soon as that happens, your cycle is just a little bit different, and you might have to do a tiny bit of sight reading here and there. It's a very tricky level. This is definitely one of the hardest levels in the run.
Alright, now we're into the second section where we get introduced to these paintbrush lasers.
Also on a global cycle.
We had a donation just come in, and they have an interesting question for our runners today. Polythesia donates $2 and says $2, and they ask, do you guys think the ocean classifies as soup?
Definitely, yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
I think there's even a level in intermediate in this that answers that question.
I mean, if you think about it, some percentage of the ocean will have a little bit of soup in it, so I don't think it's
I'm
too
sure
far-fetched to say. Like,
in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, humanity's been around for a few thousand years. Someone has dumped a bowl of soup in there at some point, so I think it's fair to call it soup.
Thank you for the insight.
Yeah, no problem. Any more questions?
Oh, by the way, here's the cat bus.
Oh yeah, cat bus real.
This is us.
Yeah, this
Cat
is
bus
right.
on a cat bus.
And yeah, from this point forward, due to some lore implications, we now have 2 dashes for the rest of this level. And it's kind of summit themed, there's a bunch of flags now.
Yeah, and this whole level, there's actually like a sort of story that goes throughout this whole level. I'm skipping all of the cutscenes, of course, but it's a really wonderful level.
Yeah. Again, like, you know, there's all this art going on, but there's also like a pretty complete story going on. You know, there's really good music and like a level that is designed around the music. Like, it is insane to me that this level exists and like wasn't like, I mean, it's like professionally made, but like, you know, it wasn't like a professional studio that made this or anything. It's just, you know, a team of volunteers.
Alright, so I believe this is the longest level in the run, other than, of course, the heart side at the end.
Yeah, this one's very, very long.
Alright. So the next level that we've got is actually a pretty interesting level. It's like, if you've ever been playing the original Celeste and you're like, I love Chapter 1 and I love Chapter 8, but what if they were the same level? Well, that's this level. It's called Forsaken City, and it's got, yeah, elements of both Forsaken City and Core in it. Although we do regain our dashes, so it's not completely core-based. Also, ignore the pause buffering there. I really need to learn a better strat there.
That's fair. This is another level for me. It doesn't matter how much I love it. I just can't remember what to do in these rooms.
Yeah, and this level is actually interesting because in that room that I just finished, I didn't actually have to grab that. That's the thing that like switches it from ice to fire. I could have done that last room as ice, and I would have been doing the rest of these level rooms as ice. And they're designed in such a way that you can do each room in either fire or ice, and it's really brilliantly how there's really great level design.
Yeah, and they're like both balanced, like similar difficulty levels and stuff. It's very interesting.
Well, actually, I would disagree with that. I would say that the ice side is way harder, which is why I'm doing the fire one here. Although I think technically the fire or the ice side is faster, but not by enough if you're not good at that. So
yeah, and you know, as soon as you take one death, it just flips that math on its head. So
yeah.
All right, we have some pretty exciting news here. So we beat our intermediary goal, and we're already past it. In fact, we're coming up on our next goal, and our next goal is $8,298.80, which is actually the total we raised from Archiethon 2. We're getting close to beating it. And we also have a few donations that just came in. We have a donation from Anonymous who donated $69 and says trans empowerment is pretty nice.
And this level, all of a sudden, we are speedrunning Ocarina of Time and are doing a bunch of movement setups to get through pixel perfect gaps. You're intended to move these Kevin blocks around and set up pixel perfect drops. And it's a pretty ingenious puzzle level, but we don't have time for that.
Actually, I have to have time for this because I goofed the setup for this one. All right.
There's a lot of stuff to remember here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level, this is like a lab monster's dream, this level. Like, the day the collab came out, this is, like, the level that had the most strats being posted, because just tons of ways to do all these setups.
Why is that going sideways? There. Alright, this is the only room that we actually kind of have to do, but of course, there are setups that you can use to not do it, you know, correctly.
There's a little bit of sub-pixel shenanigans going on in that room too, so it's good that it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay. This is definitely the hardest setup. There's definitely a better setup to use, but yeah, you have to just move 1 pixel there. But anyways, that is Dropsel. That is, it's a puzzle map, and it's very hard to do if you do it casually, but with all those setups, it becomes a lot easier to do fast.
Well, even then, doing all the setups back to back, in my opinion, that is one of the hardest levels in the run.
Yeah.
It's just, the mental stack is very high, and just making a tiny mistake is just going to be a death for sure.
I want to do a quick shout out here before you get too far into the level. We just had a raid, and welcome in raiders. Just if you don't know what this is Archiethon 4, where the Celeste speedrunning community, and we're running other games other than Celeste, but this right now is our Celeste block, where we are playing Strawberry Jam. Right now, we actually have a donation incentive where if you donate right now, up to $1,500 is going to be matched, so all donations are doubled. And if you want to know what we're donating towards, we are donating towards the Trans Empowerment Project. With that, I'll let you get back to your level.
Alright, so this level is soap. It's kind of like, you don't get your dash back when you go through like bubbles and stuff. You only get it when you land on like the ground. And so it's a little bit weird having to like manage your dashes like that.
A lot of these rooms are kind of straightforward, like you just do it as intended, but it is so painfully easy to forget what you're doing. Also, a cool setup here for wall mounts.
Well, I wasn't able to get that.
It's all good. It sucks. It's a setup, but even then, sometimes I just fail, and it's a huge death. And it only saves like 4 seconds or so, but yeah, a lot of this level is just remembering where you need to keep your dash and where you need to spend it. And it's very easy to just, during some of the kind of auto-scrolly sections, just zone out and just press a button and you're just like, oh. Nice demo under that block there.
Yeah, the other awkward thing about this level is the timing for all of the moving parts is like set up in such a way that you're not supposed to like do a fast dash out of the bubble like ever. But of course, with speedrunning this level, you are able to do some. You just have to know which ones, and it's kind of awkward like that. But yeah, that's what comes with speedrunning this game, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna shout out a donation here. We had $15 donated from Bingus, who says, "She Archie on my thon till I donate."
Awesome. Thank you, Bingus. Very cool. Alright, that's soap done. What comes after this?
So now we've got a very interesting level. It's not going to look like very much in the speedrun. But it's actually a pretty interesting casual map. So this is Seeing is Believing. The gimmick of it is you're supposed to play this blindfolded. Now, it's intended to be done with a friend. There is a single-player option, But of course, we're just going to choose the multiplayer option so that I can actually see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I remember on day one when I played this level, I was like, "Oh no, is this going to be blind in a speedrun?" But yeah, no, you can just see this. It would be kind of cool if it was blind, like that'd be a very interesting skill to have to pass. But I don't know if it's a fun skill, you know.
Well, that was what I did for a while. I learned how to do this level completely blind, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
The 30-second time loss to put on the blindfold.
True.
But yeah, so that's seeing is believing. It's a very simple level in the speedrun. But it is a fun one casually.
Yeah, not so simple when you can't see the screen.
And of course, there will be a section for that level in the heart side where I will have to do it blind. So if you're completely upset that I didn't do that blind, well, I do have a section where I have to do it blind.
So this is another cassette block level, but it also happens just to be a quite broken level. There's a lot of deathworks going on here that will skip quite a bit of sections. Yeah, this is another global cycle level.
All right, so coming up in this next room, we're going to have much similar to that one level that we did that in. Brain's not working, but yeah, there's a little skip we can do there to just skip. It doesn't save as much as the last time we had to do that.
Yeah, it'll
But
come
at
up
the same time, that's also not the last time you're going to see something like that.
And the reason why those work is whenever there's like it usually works for like one or two reasons, but I think what's going on there is there's a trigger that'll set your spawn point immediately whenever you hit it, whenever you like enter the screen. But if you pause first frame and retry it, you won't hit the trigger and it'll just work. And I say first frame. It's not a frame perfect trick because there's a buffer with pausing. There's a 5-frame buffer, so.
Yeah, so just like that, we're able to skip another 2 rooms or something, 2 or 3 rooms.
Yeah, 3 or 4 rooms that we skipped. Which is kind of nice, especially for this level, since there's so many global cycles, and learning levels with global cycles is so painful.
Yeah, with this level being a cassette level, there should be a shout out here to the music community that actually helped make the music for this mod. There's a lot of music for this mod specifically, and that money also goes towards trans rights. So
That's true, yeah. And yeah, if you're liking what you're hearing, the soundtrack's available like pretty much anywhere. Like it's on Bandcamp, it's on Spotify and all that. So if you like what you hear, you can definitely go check it out.
Yeah, and as I understand, there were a lot of different artists involved with this.
Oh yeah, an insane amount, yeah.
The music's all really good, so I definitely recommend getting some of those songs. All right, and here we've got Midnight Spire. This is I like this level a lot.
Yeah, it's very cool, but pretty technical. It's another level where tiny mistakes are very costly.
And there are also a lot of skips in this level. A fair number that are intended, such as this one. As you can see, there's just that little section there that opens up. Okay.
Oh, okay. Someone did that in playtesting, and they're like, nah. Yeah, a lot of clouds and other things. If you're playing this level like in an IL setting or something, you really want to optimize the landing on all of these clouds, and if you miss it by just a little bit, you're falling in the spikes and being sent way back.
There's another skip here. That's an interesting one.
All right, and we have a donation that came in here from who donates $5.09. Shout outs to room 509. Real ones know. Thank you, Akko. And we also have a $5 donation from Professor Birch, who says, "This was my first time watching Archiethon, and it was a blast. Can't wait for the next one."
Death Warp there to just reach this screen.
I've got another skip I'm doing here. This is a bit of it can be a costly skip because you skip a bunch of respawn triggers if you actually get it. So you have to like get to the next one, and it takes a bit.
Yeah, those are all moon blocks, which you can shove with dashes and. Oh yeah, the checkpoints in this level can be pretty brutal, especially when you're doing these skips.
All right, there's a checkpoint, so. All right.
Is that all done? We're going to do a bench warp here, right?
So because I'm doing the cat run, I'm actually going to be doing a bit of a different route. Normally, this would be the last level you do, and so you would bench warp to the hard side. But because I'm doing the cat run, I'm actually going to do a chapter restart.
Gotcha.
Which will bring us way back up to the top, and then we're going to go and do some of the rest of the levels in a bit of a weird order.
Cats complicated things.
All right, so here we've got Tree Hive. This is another one of my favorite levels in this lobby, at least. Also got an absolute banger of a song.
Whole gimmick of this level fairly obvious, but it's these slower dream blocks that bounce you off of walls rather than just killing you when you go in. Like if you were to collide with a wall normally, you just die, but instead you bounce here, and it's kind of puzzly. You're supposed to like bonk in traffic blocks and activate them, but we're going to be skipping a lot of those puzzles.
There's a bit of a skip I can do here to just activate those blocks a little earlier.
Yeah, that's a finicky one.
We have another donation from Akko here, who donates $4. She need my speed in Chapter 4, so I Archie. Thank you, Akko.
Awesome. Thank you, Akko.
Right there, I was able to abuse a bit of like the death plane extends further than it should.
It does?
So I was able to just die a little too far, and then... But that's actually a really precise thing to do. I honestly probably shouldn't go for it.
I did not know that did that. I labbed that, and I was like, man, this wave dash sucks. And I didn't know you just got a checkpoint if you failed it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And a skip here where you can just, you're supposed to like go into top left and get a traffic block, but you can just go back and forth and double jump through.
That was actually a really good level for the most part. 141. It's probably actually a gold for me. But I also don't usually have very good tree hives.
Yeah, it's a tough level. I'll be honest, this run is full of tough levels. Like, it might just be beginner, but there's some pretty brutal levels. You don't really get a break through this entire speedrun.
Also, any Super Mario Galaxy fans in the chat? So yeah, this level very directly takes inspiration from Gusty Garden Galaxy, specifically in Super Mario Galaxy. The music track even references the song in a couple places. And yeah, the whole gimmick is these roses, which you can just fly up with. You have like 3 jumps that you can do with them.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the trailer and being like, yo, this is so cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of prefer their Celeste maps to be kind of more vanilla. But when I see stuff like this, it's just like, yeah, I need more of this in my life. This is very, very cool. And there's a lot of levels, not in beginner so much, but throughout the pack, there's a lot of levels that have like Mario inspiration and stuff. It's very cool.
We have some donations here. This is a good time to read some.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
All right. We have a $5 donation from Anonymous. We also have $1.69 from Guitar El Herme, who says Derechos Trans, which I've looked up. It means trans rights in Spanish.
Nice.
We also have Math Hacker, who donates $5.09. Greeting from room 509. Thank you all for donating. And remember, we still have that 2 times donation bonus for the next 30 minutes, so get your donations in.
Yeah. That was also another pretty strong level. That went quite well.
Yeah, that went really well. So if you played the original Celeste and you thought that Prologue should have been a full level, well, that's this.
This is one of the shortest levels in the run as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually in one of these rooms, there's like this really fast strat you can do that is really hard. But yeah,
yes, the fastest strats for this level are pretty stupid.
Yeah, even without that, like, it is possible to beat this level in under a minute. I'm gonna try that again. All right. I also really like that level. It's just short and fun.
Yeah. Another pretty vanilla map. Is this forest path coming up?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. I think this level, for a lot of people, when they play casually, is the first level they end up playing. And it's like the perfect introduction. When I played this, I was like, yeah, SJ's going to be good.
Yeah, this was the first map that I did, and it was, yeah, it's still my favorite map in this lobby.
Yeah, for me, I played this map in the Loopy Lagoon, and I was like, this is insane.
So this is another level that has a bunch of demo dashes in it. I will not be going for all of them, but I will go for some of them. There's one that you can do right here. If you do it 1 frame later than that.
Yeah.
This is actually a demo as well, but this one's more consistent. And then we've got a demo right here. This one's pretty consistent as well. There's a good visual cue. And then we've got another demo.
One more.
So yeah, like the I think the fastest run of this level does like 4 unbuffered demos or something. It's insane.
People go hard with the ILs for this, and again, I mentioned it earlier, but even if you don't like full game runs, as you're playing through casually, you'll find a level that you like, and it's just go time for labbing. That's what's really fun about these collabs, in my opinion, is between like passing, a lot of the people going for silver and gold berries, and people speedrunning. It's just everyone can find something they enjoy, and casual players too just want some maps to play.
All right, and here we've got Azure Caverns, which is the shortest level in the lobby.
This water is supposed to kill you, but you can buffer a jump off of it.
There's an interesting sort of demo dash, but I'm not actually demoing right there.
Yeah, doing a down diagonal dash into the floor gives you the same hitbox as demoing.
All right, and just like that, we're done.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, if I didn't forget anything, that was the last level.
Oh, really? Yeah,
before
okay, that makes
the heart
sense.
side. Hopefully, I didn't forget a level.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's everything.
Yeah, that was everything.
Alright, so now we have the heart side. You unlock these after completing all the levels in a hub, and it's basically going to be all the levels. I was wondering where you're going. We need a cat first.
There's another cat up here.
And yeah, this is just going to remix all of the levels that we just played. Or that Hornlitz played, rather. I'm just commentating.
All right, well, we get started with the heart side here. I have a few more donations.
Yeah, go for it. This is the best time.
All right, so I have a donation from Court, who donates $5.09. 509 forever. See you in a month. I have $26 from Simplex, who says, Dave! Unfortunately, we are not named Dave, but good effort. We also have $5.09 from Chuckles, who says, I have no idea what 509 means, but it's for a good cause. We also have $7.27 from Savadra, who says, Strawberry Jam has been my favorite of my recent Celeste endeavors. Experiencing all of these levels has been an absolute blast. It took 2 months for me to be able to do it, but I am happy to be able to watch the beginner lobby speedrun spoiler-free. Shoutouts to the unfathomable amount of work that went into making this a reality. Trans rights. And we also have a $5 donation from Anonymous, who says she jam on my strawberry until I...
Awesome.
Right, so yeah, a lot of these rooms have a lot of like little skips that you can do. The one that was based off of one of those levels had a demo dash in it, which saved a lot of time.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's the seeing is believing section that I have to do blind.
I've run this level pretty extensively, and this is my least favorite flag by far. That one very clean,
nice.
actually.
Oh,
you got that too. Oh, okay, yeah. So right here, this is a one-tile gap, but it's a pretty consistent, just from your height from a full jump. If you just dash into it, it just works.
Yeah, it's like a 4-frame window or something.
Yeah.
So it's not as precise as it looks.
Then we'll come up to a couple of Dream Block maps in a row. Again, these are all just like mini remixes of everything we just played. That said, it's at the end of a run, it's pretty. This is like, the point where you're most nervous and stuff, and this is where the deaths generally become the most costly. Some of these rooms, if you die in, it's going to be like a 20-second setback.
Yeah, there are a lot of really long rooms in this one.
That said, this is my favorite level to run in the lobby by far.
Ah. Alright, this room has got an interesting skip in it right here. Yeah, if I can get it.
Yeah, this one's pretty frustrating because it's dependent on a moon block cycle too.
Come on. There. Oh, and then I...
Yeah, this gets rough. I hate this one.
There we go.
Chris. Then after that, we'll get into probably the longest flag, I think, the Gift to the Stars flag. Pretty much do the puzzle more or less as intended, I believe.
Yeah. This was actually probably the hardest puzzle for me to figure out.
Yeah.
Probably took me half an hour for this one room.
Also very, very punishing in a speed run. If you die at any point here, you gotta do all this again. And this room is like, I think, legit like 25-30 seconds or so.
Also, right here, there's an interesting one frame or the first frame death that we do. It doesn't actually like skip any flags or anything, but what it does is it skips the dash reset trigger. So normally you're actually only supposed to have one dash here, but because I did that, I have 2 dashes again. And I have 2 dashes for the next couple levels, or
Couple screens, yeah.
Couple rooms.
Or flags, I guess, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, if you miss that pause by like a frame, or like you just paused earlier or something, you actually cannot retry that. You would have to restart chapter, or like continue from the checkpoint, or you could just play it with 1 dash, and it can be rough.
Yeah.
And we'll lose our second dash after the city section.
The next one.
Yeah.
This is one of the coolest rooms to do with 2 dashes, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Woo!
Yeah, very cool.
Right, yeah, and then the beginning of this room just resets your dash to 0 dashes.
Oh, I have not seen that skip for city. Interesting. And then right here, yeah, this is rough. This skip right here, you need to be holding jump as you walk over the edge to have less gravity. It's very finicky. It's I don't know the frame window, but it's got to be not bigger than 2.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a pretty stressful flag. It's quite long.
It's really long. There's even a thing at the end that says Long Boy Room. Right there. Oh, sorry, Long Boy Room lol.
Oh,
Here we've got a cool little jump you can do off of that to skip some stuff.
Yeah, once you keep your dash here. Alright, and then the final checkpoint, we've just got 3 flags left. Starting out, we'll be doing the drop soul. I'm not sure which strat you're going to do for this, but we're probably not going to be doing this puzzle.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice, yeah. That's a buffer from there. You just do a dash jump or a hyper into the wall, and then you buffer a wall jump, and it just sets up that pixel perfectly. And then these next 2 flags are actually tied on this pole, or like connected together, basically.
I just want to jump in real quick here because we only have 17 minutes left for your 2 times donation. For the next 17 minutes, if you donate, it will be doubled because somebody is matching up to $1,500 in donation. So make sure you get your donations in now to get that bonus.
Alright, for this last room,
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to be doing a quick little death there to reset the platform cycles, so I can do some precise movement here. Whew, okay, I have lost minutes to this room.
Yeah, that is the roughest flag probably, and in terms of like you're going to be nervous and stuff. But anyway, we're coming up on the end of the run.
And say hello to our final kitty.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Nice run. GG's.
That's time.
GG.
56-56, all cats. I think that's probably all cats world record. I don't know if anyone's run it before.
Well, people should. Category
Yeah,
space.
it's great.
All right. You want to shout anyone out here?
Shout outs to all of you who are putting on this amazing event. It's been a great weekend.
And thanks for participating. Do you have any other shout-outs?
I believe that's all. Shout outs to Amber for commentating with me.
Yeah, no problem. I'll give a shout out to the team who worked on this. Again, it was just a whole bunch of volunteers coming together to make this, and they knocked it out of the park. It was well worth the wait.
Yeah, and if someone wanted to download this mod, how would they do so?
They would go to Game Banana or look in chat right now for somebody who will post a link for me. Please.
So true. All right. Cool. Thank you for your run. And we're going to be moving back over to the intermission screen here.